Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome your lovely face back to another video. Now boy oh boy, if you are a fan of the Far Cry series like myself, you better glue your nuts to the freaking desk, because what I'm about to say might just blow you away. And ladies and gentlemen, it is about Far Cry 5. Now first and foremost, okay, if you would love to see this game released this year, go ahead and drop a like on this video. And second of all, what would you actually like to see in the game itself? Go ahead and get creative with me in the comment section below, and I appreciate if you guys could share this video as well. Let's get the hype train going. But first and foremost, let's just talk about the location, because that is one of the most interesting leaks we have heard so far, I guess you could say. And apparently the game's gonna be set way back in the Wild West, okay, which is of course 19th America. Now this really is good for three reasons, okay? Number one, personally coming from just a fan in general myself, a Far Cry game in the Wild West is definitely going to be unique, simply because it hasn't been done before, and there's not a lot of games similar to a game like this one, and again in the Wild West. So for that reason, it is definitely going to be unique. Second of all, in terms of weapons and transport, everything is going to be a whole lot more different, right? We're not going to have freaking cars. We're not going to have this and that and, you know, everything like that. So with that said, everything is going to be a lot more interesting in the way you're going to transport around, the sort of weapons you're going to have, and just how the whole combat and the theme is going to be. And that really falls into the third reason of why all of this is going to be incredible. Now, it all did start off with another company just reporting that they saw filming going on near a local church, which I believe was on the northeastern Montana, and apparently it would be featured in an upcoming video game due for release in September. Now, with that release date, something is a little bit dodgy there. I mean, I'm not going to say it is like 100% fake, however, if you want to look back on like the previous release dates for Far Cry games, I mean the last one we had, Far Cry Primal, was released in February, the first Far Cry game was released in March, however Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4 were both in November. So with that said, I mean it makes sense, right? And way back, I can't remember how long ago, but I believe GameStop accidentally listed Far Cry 5 for November 2017 and then it was removed. So whether that was an accident or whether someone really wanted to build up some hype, I don't freaking know. However, a November release date I guess it just makes sense, right? If you want to follow a pattern pretty much. Now, as for the location as a whole, there is a producer who goes by the name Jeff Gillier, and he did say that it is a sequel to an existing global franchise, and that he and his crew used a drone to film, and I quote, a man fighting with another man near a hanging bell as a train rolled by on the tracks a half-mile away. Now, that just sounds super like wow, pretty much really cool. And of course it just gives you that whole Wild West image, right? Because that type of atmosphere really just has a kick to open world games. Now, what's another interesting point that I should actually mention is that this Jeff guy is actually known for making live action trailers. Well, not trailers, but he done it for the last Far Cry game, which is Far Cry Primal. And a lot of like speculation and stuff is going around saying that he could have pretty much just been filming for a live Far Cry 5 trailer, right? Which would make sense. Now, another interesting thing that I should actually point out is that way back in the day, and I mean I really don't know the release date for this, I'll just show you guys on screen, but he did make a game called Red Steel 2. He was heavily involved in that, and it was a Wild West game on the Wii U. Never played it, don't think I will, to be completely honest with you, because I don't have a Wii U, but with that said, when you put 2 and 2 together, you're kinda getting somewhere, right? And that just actually sounds super incredible. Rumors initially, though, way back started from a Facebook page, which was, I believe, the Ubisoft France, and they put out this image and was kind of teasing it with Vass, etc., who was in Far Cry 3, he was the villain, of course, and all of that got, well, built a lot of controversy, if you will, a lot of speculation and so forth. But as far as that post went, we don't really know, because people could be saying, hey, it's Far Cry 3 remastered, but that just wouldn't make sense. I personally couldn't see a reason for it, and I mean overall, like in general, I just I have more of a vision for Far Cry 5. It just fit in really well. And I mean, if you want to just take a look for a second about the location, the Wild West, Ubisoft, you know, they do like competition, right? We got Red Dead Redemption 2 pretty much coming out this year. Well, not coming out this year, but you never know. It's going to be announced this year regardless. E3 is right around the corner. And with that said, 2 and 2, both Wild West games, both open world, but two different like genres, if you will, or themes, should I say, is very, very interesting. Like I said, Ubisoft do like some competition. However, people were saying it is a bad idea. Now, personally, I don't think it's a bad idea because it is just using a location, right? It's not like they're freaking copying Red Dead Redemption 2. Of course, this is a first-person shooter game, and of course, it has a whole different theme compared to Red Dead Redemption 2. But marketing-wise and so forth, if they were to announce this game, Far Cry 5, at E3, that would definitely kick up some hype. I would say, like, nonetheless, that's as obvious as that gets, pretty much. And I personally have a feeling that is going to be on the list. Of course, it's going to be a good year for Ubisoft. They got Assassin's Creed Empire in the list, and now this game. So two, I guess you could say, very hyped up series on the agenda. So on that note, it's going to be really, really cool to see how this plays out. But I want you guys to get in the comment section below and let me know what your thoughts are on this. Far Cry 5, do you think it is a bad idea to be in the Wild West, or do you not? Or just, I mean, like, as a whole, what are the sort of things you'd like to see in the game? Personally, I'm very interested to see, like, a whole bunch of different weapons that we're going to be having to use, and just the way you're going to transport around, right? All of that is really, really going to be nice. And I mean, overall, for me personally, I see this as just a unique thing for the Far Cry era or series, if you will. And I feel we need to actually just change up the whole sort of time period that this video game is set in. But guys, it's going to wrap up the video here. If you enjoy, smack a like, follow me on Twitter, and of course subscribe for more awesome news on this game. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, I hope you have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day. But until the next one, guys, adios amigos.